Yeah, so I said I'd do it. Here they are. So we got these toys right here, and we got a fancy new setup. Just kidding, it's a desk. And but yeah, so we got two toys right here, two Star Wars toys. I don't know if these are any better or any worse than the Star Trek ones I just reviewed, but just from looking at these are probably worse. So right here we have the far more exciting Princess Leia Organa. Of course, I don't know why. That's another weird thing in Star Wars. They always refer to her as a princess even after Alderaan's been destroyed. I mean, The Force Awakens kind of fixed that, but you know what? Whatever. So Princess Leia Organa with laser pistol, and assault rifle. So we can see there's the laser pistol and assault rifle. I don't recall that laser pistol ever being in Star Wars. Whatever. So on the back, let's see what else we can get. Bunch of shit. Greedo, Tusken Raider, AT-2, whatever. See, again, I would have preferred ships, but you know, what are you gonna do? I actually got both of these when from my girlfriend, who found these in her attic. Her dad had them for many, many years and never opened them for obvious reasons. And she just gave them to me while she was visiting last month. And you know what? I'm happy, because I'm the one kind of person that would enjoy this kind of crap. Not because I like the Phantom Menace, but because I find this version of C-3PO fucking hilarious. What do I got on the back here? It's a bunch of shit. There was this Comtech thing. I'm guessing it was like a walkie-talkie. Yeah, communication output. Reader lecture. Yeah, kids. It's a toy that lectures you. I mean, have you ever wanted to learn how protocol droids worked? I don't really care, but maybe you do. Maybe you're not me. So yeah, I guess we'll get these open and we'll just see how they look. So here we have C-3PO out of the box, and if there's one thing I will give these toys is these are way easier to get out of the box than the Star Trek toys I reviewed last time. But I'm assuming that's because this is it. There's no extra accessories at all, at least for C-3PO. I assume this will be a little trickier. I can already see some tape in there. But for C-3PO here, pretty simple. It's just his little stand, himself, and another card begging me to be part of a fan club that just doesn't exist anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I've already taken a bit of a look at C-3PO here. I'm already sort of impressed, I'll be honest. He has a lot more articulation than I thought, but it's still pretty standard in a lot of ways. So you got the standard, you know, waist there. You can air hump or whatever. Oh, this is another problem. He actually goes into the stand pretty alright. It's just, it doesn't stay. Like, it's loose. But yeah, he can do the pelvic thrust. He can twist his torso, which would be better if I, you know, wasn't holding the camera. But yeah, he can twist his torso so he can shimmy. No knees. That's kind of no ankles either. No wrists, but he does have arms, and these are the stiffest arms I have ever felt in my life, maybe. And I'm afraid I will break him if I make him do anything else but standard C-3PO pose. Which, you know, makes sense, I guess. Head, moves, question mark. It seems to only really want to move left. If I try to move it right, it just... Oh, ooh, that did not feel good. There's like an audible sound when I move his head. It's like... I don't know. I don't want to break him, though. Taking a look at this little, the Comtech thing. I have no idea how this works at all. I assume from the back of the box I need like a little like reader thing. And very helpfully on the other side, it does say, name is 3-3PO, status, partly completed protocol droid. So thank you, in case I couldn't figure that out from all the wires and shit hanging out of them. And let me talk about that. The detailing on this actually isn't horrible, but the Star Trek toys I just reviewed were far greater quality, and those were both made in like a Chinese sweatshop in the early 90s. Or no, this was made late 90s, and so were the Star Trek toys were mid 90s, and this is like barely even the same quality. It's so tiny and fragile. I feel like I could break this with like that. Yeah, overall, C-3PO is okay. You can get him surfing, I guess, on his little stand. but that's about it. I don't imagine I'll be hanging on, like, you know, originally when I got these from my girlfriend, I was like, oh, I could hang on to these, and in like 20 years they may be worth like, I don't know, $50 or something. But in 20 years, this is not going to be worth any more than it is right now, so I don't care, whatever. C-3PO's dumb. So here we have Leia Organa, Princess Leia Organa. Stands up pretty well on her own despite the lack of a stand. That's one thing I'll knock it for, it doesn't have a stand. And one I'll raise it for, stands pretty well on its own. More than C-3PO could, which is not at all. But that's pretty much where the pros end for this thing, because this is a rough little thing. Number one, and the most noticeable thing I noticed, if my camera will focus, that if you told me that was Harrison Ford's like toy head mold just put on Princess Leia, I would not doubt that for a second, because that does not look like Carrie Fisher. Yeah, that just doesn't look like Princess Leia whatsoever. The buns are way too small. They're not big enough. They don't look full enough. They look kind of like a weird helmet. Yeah, just not crazy about the face. The body is fine, I guess, but she looks more like Mon Mothma than like Princess Leia. I don't know, the shaping of the body, honestly, her tits are too big. Just, all around. And the pose isn't that great either, considering you can't actually move, like, her legs at all. And this thing gets in the way, too. This cape is very detachable, very loose. Yeah, these legs don't really move. This part's also detachable, but I don't want to actually detach. Actually, I will. Whatever. Oh my god. By the way, this just feels cheap. Like, when I opened this up, I don't know if it's because of the age, but it just felt like grainy plastic was all over my fingers, and it sucked. Yeah, this is what Princess Leia looks like outside the suit. She looks like a gymnastics teacher. Yeah, she again, like with the Data and the Borg, she has the problem where she's completely bow-legged forever. So if you ever wanted to see her walk, it would have to be like this. And that's just... it's just stupid. But yeah, this is not very accurate at all. I know a lot of the Star Wars toys, especially ones before the 2000s, were not super accurate, but this is lousy. This is super fucking lousy. It's just... It almost does feel like a guy, like a mold they had for like Han Solo was just given tits and like the hair, because this just doesn't really feel like Princess Leia like at all. I put the dress back on. Getting to articulation, you already saw the legs, but these arms do not move. Like, they move, but rubbery, almost going to break, like, moving is about the only thing you're actually gonna get out of this thing. It's so bad. I'm so afraid this is going to break any second. I don't want to mess with it. Also, her hands are like weirdly like fused together, or her fingers, I mean, and they're all weirdly fused together in a weird claw like shape. And you might think that's for better grip for the guns, and I know you can barely see this, but you're gonna have to trust me on this. The guns, that's it. That's the best. They've already fallen out. The guns don't fit. They don't fit in her, like, at all. And that's not just the blaster rifle, the pistol too. The pistol, like, there's no mechanism for her to grab it or anything. Like, the best I could do is to like jam it in like that, and even that's it. That's the best I can do. And if I shake this around, actually, that's saying it okay, but it's a weird angle. It doesn't really look like it works at all. And if I just drop it, there, it's already out. It's out of her hands. Yeah, this sucks. This is like probably... I don't know if I'm gonna do any more toy reviews because I don't think these are particularly funny or interesting. I'm just doing them because I got them recently. But if I do any more, if I don't do any more, this is the worst toy. Like, I thought C-3PO, that piece of shit over there, would be the low point of this little mini series, but no, fucking Leia sucks. Alright, so here's everything back in the box. Again, I don't know if I'll do any more of these. Are they funny? Probably not, but yeah, so, you know what, I had a fun time making these. I had a fun time making fun of these awful, awful toys. And as my first experience to Star Wars toys outside of Lego stuff and lightsabers and some of the very, very few other action figures of Star Wars that I've had, like, at friends' house. Yeah, this isn't a great first impression, but if I ever do more, I'll try to find better ones maybe, or maybe even worse ones to make even funnier videos for you guys, because you care.